Hey, welcome to No Shit MMA, thatchannel.com, sponsored by Extreme Couture Toronto. We're down here at the MMA Expo with Frank Trigg, who happens to be back in the UFC for a 4-fight deal.
Yep.
So how exciting is that, man?
It doesn't get exciting until your first fight.
Right.
You know, and so you gotta kind of wait and sit around, and then it's exciting because like, hey, I'm back in. But
Right,
then
exactly.
they could sit you for 3 years.
Right.
They could like do nothing with you, or they could have you fight UFC 103 on September 19th in Dallas, Texas. So you gotta-
Against Josh Koscheck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they could do that.
They
Cool.
could.
So you're going to
yeah.
smash his face in, I
Yeah,
hope,
I think
right?
you're going to smash that guy.
I don't know about smash him.
I think
He's,
you might.
he's a tough guy to smash.
Yeah.
You know, it's not you're gonna, you know, he's not like a guy you can look at and go, I'm gonna beat that guy up.
Yeah.
You know, he's a guy you got to kind of figure it out and kind of figure his pace out. He's a good wrestler, knows how to strike hard. He's just one of those guys that you got to kind of you got to put a really good game plan against.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise he's gonna catch an overhand right. He's gonna put you on the canvas and kind of ground and pound you a little bit. You got to be wise. So he's a guy.
Well, and his wrestling game's been great right from the start, but his stand-up game's really improving. So what have you got? Like, how do you change your plan, or what's your plan of attack and training to get ready for that kind of guy?
Well, he sacrificed his wrestling game for his boxing game. So if you notice his last 3-4 fights, he hasn't really shot because he's so busy knocking guys out. It's the same problem Shot Evans is having.
Right.
That there's so good wrestlers that they start working on their boxing because that was the flaw that we all had.
Yeah.
He gets better boxing and then they don't shoot anymore. So which way is he coming? Is he coming as a wrestler? Is he coming as a boxer? We got to kind of find out what's going to happen after. But you know, for a guy like that, you just watch the overhand right, watch his hook. You know, knowing that at some point he's going to shoot,
Right.
you got to wear him down, keep pulling his head, keep pulling his back, try to make him tired and get him in a bad position, and then take advantage of the bad spots. You know, if he drops the hand, hit him with a hard left. If he drops his hand, hit him with a nice right hook. If he drops his hands, you know, or if he's so busy worrying about you punching in the face, you hit him with a hard double and put him on the canvas.
And
you
just sound fundamentals against a guy like that, right?
Yep.
Hey, you do a lot of broadcasting too, and stuff in pro wrestling, stuff for the radio. We kind of do. This is sort of broadcasting, but we're really terrible at it.
It's really not.
We're
We suck.
horrible.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's really
Any
not.
advice for us? Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah, go do something else.
Yeah, you think?
The best advice for
Really? Like, we're
take
fucked
off.
here.
Cool.
Right?
So pretty much
Well,
tomorrow's
no.
our last day then, right?
No, you're not completely fucked. But here's the deal: you have to understand, you're Canadian, so you actually have no hope. 'Cause there's only like 7 people that watch you to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you really the name of the show is No Shit MMA. I
Right.
mean, really, so that automatically puts on anybody underneath 18. So now you're down to your mom watching this.
Right. My
And
mom
then-
would not watch
And
this
she doesn't
crap.
like you, so she's not watching either. So you have no
Okay.
viewership. You might as well go on and do something else. And
Okay.
Did you used to be a rocker?
Yeah, I used to be a rocker. Now I
Okay.
fight, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
why-
that good at that either.
But why'd you stop being a rocker?
Because I really wanted to fight. I really wanted. I mean, it's ridiculous.
No,
but
let's be honest. Bon Jovi really wants to fight too, but he's still in the fucking road
Yeah.
making millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
I know.
That's
I
why.
know.
Because Robin wasn't making millions of
Yeah,
dollars. So now he's like, hey, how can I
exactly.
cash in another area?
And there's people that run around in mediocrity, and there's fighters that run around in mediocrity and like, yeah, I'm a top 10 guy, and they bitch and moan and
Yeah.
talk about the whole time, but they're making $5,000 a fight.
Yeah.
And they make a pretty decent living,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna ever be the best at doing what
Right.
you're doing. So if you want to be the best, I think just go back and start sucking dick again because you were
Really?
really good at that.
Well, I've heard. I mean, apparently
Nicely put,
yeah.
Frank. I bitch this guy out on the show every single week about
Yeah.
what a fucking loser he is.
You know, usually
But-
we pick on him, but today,
Right, you know what, and I think it's rightly so, because you tried to pull all bad last night at the strip club, you know,
Yeah.
with a stripper that was like 190 and like 6'2".
And she was all like, "Oh, I loved your band and stuff. What are you doing now?" I fight. Wow, that's a terrible idea. Like she was totally
She was totally on side with Frank.
the big
fish
one
neck,
with the
one
black hair. Yeah.
The one with the really dark
Yeah.
hair.
The
One that
Yeah.
looked like a dude.
Yeah,
they're
she
not
might have had a
adorable.
penis.
Yeah, that's right.
I think she did. She had a penis, but
It's
you know, which
ki-
is
it's kinda
cool. Apparently,
weird.
I suck dick wicked. So
Well, no, but here the cool thing is he didn't understand. He's like, it might be a trainer, but I'm not really sure because she asked for anal right off the bat. He's like, well, maybe I scored. Maybe I scored. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, oh fuck. You know, what's the difference, right?
Somebody last night was saying that their biggest criteria for a chick is just willing.
That was Mahud.
Mahud, yeah, it's his willing.
Straight up, he said, you know, it's some people they like boobs, they like butts, whatever. He said willing. That's his deal.
See, my thing is that I get hit on, and living in Vegas, you get hit on a lot. And I'm
Yeah.
married, and I got a super hot wife, so it's like, you know, very easily, it's like, look, baby, this is how it's gonna work. We're not going out for drinks. We're not gonna hang out. We're going to the backseat of my car right now, and if you're down for that, then we have a shot.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm ready. We have a shot. I go, okay, here's the good thing about it is, I'm going to 3 of my buddies. They're going to run through you first, and then I come in on the 4th, and I'm an anal guy only. And if you get the
And
yes,
she's like, yeah, no problem.
if you get that 1 every 1,000 chick
Yeah.
that says yes, you pass them on to your buddy.
The
And
three.
Robin takes her out. By the time
But-
she's done with Robin,
yeah.
she's over it, and
Yeah,
I'm
for
still in
sure.
the club. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
for
Fuck,
sure.
man, you're the
You're
you're
just
the
getting-
best guy in the
Actually,
world.
you might be the greatest wingman ever created then.
No. What I do is I make my wingmen best because they can sit around and be completely sloppy drunk, just fat, ugly, 350-pound bastards. And I'm going to get them later.
I am learning so much from this guy. I am learning so much
How
from
come
this
you never
guy.
did that for me, Robin?
I don't know.
That's because Robin doesn't have any pull.
Right.
So he's got pulled.
I got
Only
pulled.
his own
Yeah,
penis.
exactly.
Right. You're quick. I like you. You're probably the best guest we've had, except for the fact that most people usually do that to him, and I prefer that. Make fun of him, talk about him sucking
It's
dick.
kind of difficult to make fun of him, though, because really he looks like an all-American, typical Canadian boy.
Right.
And you, on the other hand, kind of look like a douche. So it
And
kinda works out.
that, and I'm not trying to. I'm not trying.
The funny thing is, though, he's
I'm not
the
trying to
douche.
pretend.
I know.
I may be a giant douche, but at least I'm not trying to pretend I'm a fighter when I know I'm not.
Wow.
You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Harsh.
There you go.
Hey,
Really
hey,
harsh.
you know what?
You know,
I
we're
won my
talking
last
to a real
fight.
fighter here.
Yeah, I know.
You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
big
Well,
difference.
aren't you 1-1, right?
I am, yes.
Okay,
No,
so-
what?
2-1.
Yeah.
But he's
2-1.
fighting
Okay,
for a
so-
title.
I'm fighting for a
He's
title.
fighting
yeah.
for a title.
In
He's got a
small
losing record.
organization.
He's got 3 professional fights,
Are we
and he's
calling you
fighting for a
Brock?
title.
Are we calling you Brock Lesnar?
Yes,
Is that
it's
what we're calling you?
exactly like that.
Robin
A
Lesnar.
tiny little Brock
Robin
Lesnar.
Lesbo, what?
Yeah, a tiny little Brock Lesnar. But the guy they really wanted me to fight this guy, and they weren't offering me a lot of money. And they said, "How about we put up the vacant belt?" I'm like, "What am I supposed to say? No?"
Yeah, you say no. I want more money.
Yeah, good point.
Because if the belt was really that coveted, it wouldn't be vacant.
Yeah, man,
Robin
we need
doesn't
this
go
guy,
to
like-
school of negotiation
Oh,
or
man,
anything like that. That's why you've
Would
been
you
losing
manage
out.
me or teach me more stuff? Like,
I will totally teach you more stuff.
Okay.
Seriously, is that girl I have to pull her pants every 10 seconds?
yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
like literally, like the whole time we're standing here, she's been doing nothing but pulling up her pants every time she
Wicked.
turns around.
Yeah,
Well, they
we
always
wanted
need to be
pull our
cinched.
pants down, but
I know, but that's
Yeah.
why I'm asking. Why is she
Wow.
pulling them up?
you know
She's
what?
a little confused. We got to talk to her about that
You know
right
what,
after.
Frank
She's
Trigg,
fun.
you are the best interview we've ever had, and it's really got nothing to do with us because we're terrible.
You're filling in all the gaps.
Am I the only interview? Or is that,
No,
We've
many
interviewed.
people.
We just.
Who else was good? Josh Barnett was.
Josh
pretty
Barnett
good.
was good.
Yeah.
Kenny Florian's really good because
Tom
I mean
Atencio's
he's like
actually
you.
a pretty funny guy.
Actually, yeah,
Would you
he
fight him?
plays a good game.
Would you fight
Tommy?
him? Yeah.
I'd beat that old man's ass in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was on our show. He was the one that announced, like he had briefly said to somebody else, but it was in writing. We actually got him announcing that he wanted to fight
Dana White.
Dana White.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
And,
after he'd said it once, then he started telling.
Then he was telling it to everybody. But that's where that came from.
Well, here's the deal. Tommy, for me, would be such an easy fight.
Yeah.
I'd beat him up for 2 pairs of affliction jeans.
Yeah, for sure. Or one of
Which
those
is-
affliction
Where's the
leather
value in that, right?
Well, no, the value is, we all know the affliction jeans, it's like $10,000 a pair, so that's, it's a pretty good payday to beat up a
not
guy
bad.
that's 45 years old and a has-been.
jackets. Yeah, a 45-year-old husband that's 1-0 and not very tough.
Well, is it making him a has-been or is it making him a never was?
Never was. We'll
Never
go with
was.
that.
Or on his way to nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll tell him that you're ready to beat his ass.
I'll call him 10 minutes and tell him myself again.
Okay.
We just got him a nickname, eh? We had a big contest where we gave him a nickname. I mean, most
yeah.
fighters have nicknames and that kind of stuff. He obviously doesn't. We got one for him.
Yeah.
So
What's your nickname?
Emo homosexual.
Okay, that fits.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fits.
It's
That
awesome.
fits.
Yeah.
Although he's now trying to grasp on a Jet for
Yeah.
whatever, Robin Jet Black.
Jet?
Yeah, I know.
Jet
whatever.
Black, I don't know. Hey, I
Anyway,
didn't come up
but
with
Tom Atencio's nickname
it
is
was
now
the least
Bam Bam.
gay. Tom Bam Bam Atencio. What do you think?
No, because it's Ed DeWeese's nickname, so it doesn't really work. It's
Yeah,
kinda,
I wanted to go with Mr. International. I figured that would work.
Because
for me.
Shoney offered that up.
Yeah, he did.
no,
he said
you should call him Tom. I bang nothing but little Thai boys while I'm in Bangkok.
Thai Ladyboys.
Yeah, those are the good
Atencio.
ones.
Okay, we're gonna go with that.
Tom Ladyboy Atencio.
Oh, I like. I'm telling
That's
you.
what it is.
Text
So
it.
Frank, you got a pretty cool shirt on. I see it's got Triggonomics
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over
talk
it. So
about-
what brings you down to the event here? Are you selling your stuff
Hey,
besides your pecs?
Yes, I am selling my stuff. Triggonomics, my clothing line. We can honestly say we're the only clothing line that's owned by a fighter. It's actually designed and developed by a fighter as well. Where Tito and Randy Couture, they have their clothing lines, but they have partners that kind of help them out with their stuff. All mine is done on my own. No partners, no investors. I do it all by myself. And every design I've come up with on my own. Every cutway, every colorway, every piece, I do it all on my own. So.
You sell a
pretty
lot
cool.
of them today? Are people buying your shirts?
Oh yeah, there's some people that are buying some stuff. They actually, what's funny is when I'm not standing at the booth, we sell more.
Yeah.
So I walk around.
Because you're distracting
Well,
when
good.
you're there,
We'll
right?
keep-
They
we'll
want to
keep
get
you
your
here
autograph. They forget about the clothing. They start wanting to focus on you.
autographs and photos and what's next and who you're gonna fight, and why you're gonna fight him, and the whole thing.
It's
Cool.
like, hey,
So
we got
at-
shirts. Yeah.
Right. So at the show, people can buy your stuff here. But how would people get your stuff after? You know what I mean? If somebody's watching this video
like
online,
if my mom watches this, like
Right.
how can
Exactly.
she buy your
Yeah.
shirts?
If one of the 7 people in Canada that watch this show tune in, how would people get your stuff?
Well, for your mom, I just leave her shirt when I leave the house.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then-
nice. Yeah, I pretty much just fucking lobbed that one to you. Like you
It
had
was-
to
it
hit
was like,
that.
and I had a
Yeah.
35-second segue with you into it. I'm like, dude, I got time enough to think about this.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I
Yeah,
didn't
we're
feel
horrible.
snappy.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
bad.